Hey guys, welcome back to the C&J show, and I got my favorite gin and juice here, and my sister Neek, and we hope that you guys are having a good day today. Let's get on with this topic. Okay, so we got this story coming out of West Palm Beach, right here in Florida, right here. Okay, so we got this scumbag, Mr. Innocent. That's his last name. Nick, I'm gonna just let you just go ahead on and just say it. So then, but while you're talking, I could be cooling myself off.
Okay, so his name is Gene Innocent. He's out of West Palm Beach, Florida. He was found guilty, or he's going to trial, basically arrested, for basically impregnating a 13-year-old girl and basically blaming it on voodoo.
Yeah.
So, Jen, I guess you can kind of introduce a little bit more about what you read on the case.
Okay, so basically, with the whole voodoo situation, me being Haitian or whatever, it has always been said that if someone did voodoo on you, you wouldn't know it. So you're not going to steal something and say, oh, somebody put voodoo on you to steal. You're going to go and steal until you can't steal no more, and you're still not going to know why you're stealing because it's just what you want to do. So by him saying all of that, saying that he raped the girl because someone put voodoo on him, is a complete lie, because you wouldn't know that it's on you.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So,
and on top of that too, it says incest. So either you are the cousin, the brother, the uncle, you are a very close family member for them to even say incest. And this 13-year-old girl that you impregnated, she was 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, at the time.
At the time, 6 months pregnant.
So, and there's no telling, maybe he's been messing with her since she was 12. You know, you just don't know. You don't know her age or anything like that. And you know...
Well, she's 13.
I know she's 13, but I'm saying when they started, yeah. You know. But the thing is, what I was going to say was, you know, I don't know how to keep kids protected because, you know, you busy, you got your life, and the only thing you can do is just tell them no, right? You know, you can't go nowhere, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that. And, you know, the most you can do is protect your kids by keeping them home. But this guy went through the window.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like, with things like that, it's kind of
still keep in mind, still is a family member. So he knew, okay, I can't come through. They don't supposed to know that I'm here coming through the front door at this time. So we'll wait at the night because you are the family member. Because they'll probably be like, well, so what you here for? You ain't got no other reason to be there.
Girl, you can go ahead on that. We'll see how, you know, what you about to do. Yeah, but you know, it's just so sad because there's so many people that have got molested, that got touched as kids and as youth or whatever, and to like grow up and seeing so many kids still, you know, getting messed with by adults. There's a girl that, you know, Jen went to school with, you know, same class and everything like that, that just, you know, got arrested for the same thing, you know, messing with someone underage. And, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, how do you protect your children from these monsters? You know, because, you know, they have to go to school, and this is what happened. Her particular situation happened at school. This guy's,
but you know how family. Also how you do it. Like I notice a lot of things like these days here. You got people that's they get their kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. Back in our day, we did not have no phones. Okay, we didn't have no cell phones. They didn't even have the cell phones. They started to have them. I don't know what year that was. I mean, not be talking like I'm like 60 years old and stuff. But at the same time, we did not have that. But even if so, our parents knew at a certain age you was going to receive a cell phone, because now with social media being so big, and I got to speak this for myself, even my daughters, there's some inappropriate things on TikTok that they shouldn't be watching, you know, and it would say, oh yeah, this my crush, this my crush, but then the background music is saying all kind of little stuff, you know. We didn't listen to all that, you know, different music that had all the sexual content in it and just doing all this stuff. Like, I think it should be an age too. I don't care if all your friends got a phone. Honestly, you're not at the age to probably have a phone at a certain age, but now I know that it's important, but you really do need to put that parental control on there, because these men, they can look at something and know, oh hey, how you doing? I mean, it was one guy played a whole trick on this girl, pretending like he was his son.
Oh, wow.
Had the son in on it just to go see this girl and have his son waiting out there, just waiting. And she thinking it's the son, and no, it's for the daddy. But this man stood behind himself. So he go rape and end up killing the girl. And he did a couple of girls like that.
That's terrible. And put your child in that situation too. But yeah, I mean, Jen, do you have any idea of how you...
The only thing I can say is, as a parent, as a mother, and as a father, you have to put it in your mind that you're going to be a psychotic maniac. Your kids will be in your eyesight at all times. And if not, they will be under the care of, I don't know who. Because growing up, if my mom was at home, we were home by ourselves. Yeah. So it was just, of course, the older siblings are there to watch us, but we never slept out. I mean, not even to the neighbors. I mean, nobody. I even asked my mom, I said, would you let me sleep at your sister's house? And she said no. So it was literally no time that we as kids were able to sleep anywhere. No, you don't let your kids get close to any men in the family. I don't care who it is, uncle, cousin, whoever it is. Just, you have to be very over protective for your sons and your daughters. And I put emphasis on sons too, because we think it's only girls that are being touched and things like that. But these, the boys are getting molested and things like that too. So,
and now even more, they probably do it even more, like, more now. So.
Oh yeah. So I think as parents, you just have to put your kids on the lock and key when it comes to stuff like that. You can't trust anyone.
But, okay, you say that, but what about the situation like recently where they carry this whole relationship and situation going on from school, from the security guard at school? And it's been plenty of these type of situations.
You got to go through their phones. Yeah. I think...
you got to surprise, as a parent, you got to surprise them one day, and they cannot know it, because... Listen, if a child can speak to an adult, you can tell them, the person is going to tell them exactly what to do. You know what, that's fine. They're going to be looking into their phone. I'm going to go buy you a little $60 phone. You can just use this to talk to me and hide this phone from your people. It's all different types of things you could do. I think, too, that's why you have to have an open communication door with your kids too, especially like it doesn't matter about no boy, about no girl. It's the same thing. I treat my son, I don't care what nobody say. Man, I know that he's 19. And they be like, okay, hey, you know what? No, listen, I'm your mom. Wherever you go, I want to know where you're going. So that way, guess what? Let me know where you're going and who you're going with. I ain't gonna say you can't go. Well, I probably could say what I want you to do. But just saying, not to just, okay, yeah, you finna go in Miami-Dade and y'all going to a club and it's only you and who? Just 2 people? You shouldn't be going to no club with 2 people. You should go with 8 to 10. Okay? And then it's for my daughters, you do have to do something, because they may have as friends that you never even met them, and they wearing lip gloss and makeup and talking about boys all day in school and doing stuff. So
but even a step further, a lot of times it's girls who won't look like nothing or whatever, but they're talking about sex. They're already having sex. They're already experienced in this type of way, and they're planting these seeds like, oh my God, you still this such.
Girl, I don't talk to no little 12-year-olds. My boyfriend's 17. Like, and it's just like, what? You 13.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's no 100% way. I don't feel like, in all honesty, I don't think there's a 100% way to protect your kids, aside from, like Sensei, having an open door policy, letting them know, like, hey, if you want to date somebody, let me know who it is. I just need to, be able to see who it is. We could, talk about it, this, that, and the third, versus them sneaking around with, an adult, because, you got more means to go do more stuff because they're an adult now. So they can take you to hotels, and you got a car to pick you up.
And you still got to even with us being adults, I feel like sometimes we go and we get on these dating sites or we go meet people. One thing that, I have made sure I have done, I don't care who you is and what you are, we're going to do the phone conversation. Don't be so quick. You want to be so quick to want to meet up. What are you in a rush to give me? That's what I feel like, okay?
Yeah,
I'm not in no rush. If you in that quick of a rush, then go back home to your wife, because obviously that's what that really is. And then secondly, but not last, you're not taking me nowhere. I'm going to drive, okay? And we can meet up, but I want to have the means to having my own keys to go to say, okay, now, something looking kind of funny, because guys do play little tricks in mind games, and you wouldn't even know what to really do. Oh yeah, come inside.
Yeah.
It's him and his homeboys, or just him. He didn't plan on doing something crazy to you. What could you even do?
But see,
you
that's
know,
vice versa too, because a lot of dudes got caught up like
Oh,
that
yeah.
with meeting up with girls. Girls set up guys.
Yeah, it's really
way
bad.
more than men set up women.
Yeah, that is true.
So,
They do.
You know, you just gotta be careful. Everybody gotta be.
But
careful.
this is a this man. He also, he ruptured her, inside and things like that. And this was a family member, and he needs to be up underneath the jail cell. Him and a lot of other people. It is a nasty, sick thing. Something is really wrong with you. It's okay to like someone younger. But when it becomes a minor, like, okay, if you're 40 and you want to talk to a 20-year-old, 21, 22, okay, that's you. I wouldn't suggest that, but you're not like, okay, you're doing something wrong. Now why would you being 41 want a 13-year-old? What are you looking at?
Yeah, sick.
You're just a sick individual man, and there's sick women as well. You need to be up underneath every kind of jail cell. And honestly, you deserve everything that's coming. You deserve every little thing that is coming.
But you know what? Another thing that I want to comment on, I think it's something where with men that are from the islands particularly, like, it's a lot of things that happen back home for them where they're able to sleep with 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 11, 10-year-olds, and it not be a thing because, maybe the girls need money or whatever it is. Of course, the girls aren't, voluntarily doing this. They're doing it because they have to do it. But they come to, America and feel like they can do the same thing, and it's not the same thing.
But you still said that they're doing this knowing that they shouldn't.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not making excuses for them, period. I'm just saying how people take those bad habits where they come from and bring it somewhere else and think they can do the same thing when that's not the case.
Yeah. But this is at least a 90%. It doesn't even matter with, like, you just see a lot of men doing this. Like, just a lot. They just take it to a different level of when it comes. And I think, like, okay, no, you're sick. If you go and look into, guys, search in your area to see, like, I got that on my phone. Look and see who is these little molesters. It's probably like 12 alone on your street. Like, look and see. Go Google this. Okay, let me see if it's any child predators and molesters and things. It's gonna show you all of these people. Like, and you'll see these people like, okay, well, dang.
Yeah.
Now Susie is talking to him. I wonder, do she know? She probably don't even know that he's on the registry list.
Yeah,
but
you got your child around them and dropping your child. You letting them drop your kids off.
And you got to be very careful, because I don't know what in the in the different cultures, but in our cultures, in the African American culture, we have corner stores and we have the little storehouses where people can go get candy and the pickled eggs and hot sausages. This is not the time when you're in a community like that with these people going to getting little pickled eggs and hot sausages. You just got to be protecting your kids, asking them things. Don't be to the point, which this is something I did have to tell my son. Listen, I love you. Tell my daughters this. I am your parent before I'm your friend. So regardless of what you tell me, I know the way to act. Don't sit up here and think that I'm your friend, like I'm going to be cool with it and ain't going to get upset. Yes, I'm going to act, but I would never go over and beyond the call of duty to where you feel like you can't come to me and you're scared to tell me something, because God knows. He knows just as sure as my name is what my name is, that I would get it done if you was to even tell me something like that. I wouldn't even know what to do. It'll be worth the prison. It'll be worth the prison sentence. It's worth it.
Yeah, but it's just a sad thing, and I wish and I'll leave it at this, because I think we done touched every topic.
We did.
On this, but I'll leave it at this. I think the biggest thing is getting your kids' business. I think to have an open door policy so they feel comfortable to come to you and talk to you about things, and you could be the one to kind of like guide them into this whole little, thing called life, where they're not just out here doing things, making mistakes that they can't reverse. You get what I mean? Like, your first time or whatever it is with some grown man that has to go to jail now, and you got a baby from him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, in your 6 months pregnant. So it's kind of like, even with things like that and these new rules about abortion and this, and it's so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Jen, top of the creep list.
I just, just basically piggybacking on what you guys do. You can never be too safe when it comes to your kids. You can never be, too crazy. It's no such thing as crazy when it comes to your kids, because they will thank you in the end, because they weren't, molested or raped or whatever it is. You just have to be very super vigilant and know how to read your kids too. Pay enough attention to them where you notice like subtle changes in them and things like that.
Right, because even much like as a 13-year-old, you got to buy her pads and things like that. It's like, okay, well, what's going on? Why haven't you, I haven't been buying you any more pads, or you haven't been running out. What's the situation here? Like, you know what I mean? Let me take you to the doctor and let's see, do you have some type of problem?
Washing the clothes. Hold on, before you try to go get that basket and you wash them clothes by yourself. Let me see some of these. Let me wash a couple of times and go in there and wash.
These days too, another thing too, I'm in it too. A lot of times these 13-year-olds is in charge of the house, so they're washing their own clothes, folding them up. They're washing everybody's clothes. That's another thing too. It's not like I was back in the day where your mom and stuff washing your clothes until you're like until you're teenagers. Later on, like these kids is. And
see, and I let my girls. What I do is I wash and you gonna drown. So I know what's going on, and that's not to say okay, it's about no sex, it's about this or whatever. But they are little girls, and so in that way, you know what? Guess what? You maybe something you ain't tell me just in case. It could be a discharge. Who knows what's going on? I know we getting graphic with that, but still, you're a mom, and you gotta just think with this kind of stuff. But this is just a sick man, so he could just go wherever he needs to go, and we're out.